Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 18th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and other times during the day, so make sure to hit the bell notification icon and subscribe down below. But also, Sagittarius, I'm going to be doing these readings in order of most likes and most comments, so make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Dislikes count too, Sagittarius, so feel free to leave a dislike if you would like to. But Sagittarius, let's see what comes up for you here. And alright. Yeah, alright. You start off with the Three of Cups here and the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like some of you, really simple. This just says you need to socialize, right? Three Cups, card of community, card of socializing, card of celebration as well. Hermit says you need to go to these things, right? Hermit is about like getting out there, meeting new people. This could be for anything. It could be for love. It could be just to socialize, just plain and simple, just to do it. So I feel like some of you need to get out there. For others, I do get third-party situation here. I do not read the Three of Cups as a third-party situation. To me, it doesn't represent a third-party situation in the first place. And to me, also, the only time it usually does is if it shows up with something else, like the Seven of Swords or, something more negative like that. So that's what I'd say there. But I do feel like some of you could be uncovering details about a third-party situation, or could be uncovering details that you were in one or something like that as well. It's coming across as clarity with this card, so that's what I'd say there. But really, I feel like this is more about socializing, getting out there. The reason I say that as well is you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of socializing as well, but it's like a card of not wanting to socialize, a card of not wanting to get out there. But the Five of Wands, it's like a card of being mentally conflicted, needing to get out there, needing to socialize, like I said, not wanting to, but it kind of says that if you do, there will be success. So I would say get out there, Sagittarius, with these two cards. Next, you have the Five of Wands here and the King of Swords. To me, this could represent like sexual harassment at work or any other type of issue at work. Sometimes we have a boss who could maybe say, maybe they put all their responsibilities on us as well. That could come up with these two cards where a boss or a manager is like basically trying to get everybody else to do their job. I'm sure we've all had managers like that, right, Sagittarius? So I feel like some of you could be dealing with that. The good news is, again, King of Swords to me is the card of like sexual harassment, but but not really. To me, it's a card of justice, like after something like that happens. So I feel like some of you maybe had a conflict at work, or it could have, again, been sexually harassed, or it could be anything like that. And the King of Swords says there will be justice in this situation. This could also represent like jealousy or backstabbing at work. And again, the King of Swords would represent like justice in that situation. For others, again, I feel like this is saying socialize. King of Swords is like a little bit too serious. To me, the King of Swords is actually one of my favorite cards in the deck. To me, it's a very positive energy because it's like a very straightforward, open, and honest energy. But it's also like a card of wisdom and having gained a lot of wisdom. So I feel like a lot of you have done that here, Sagittarius. And I feel like that's a good thing. But again, I feel like some of you need to socialize, like if you're looking for love with those two cards. Next, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Clarity, exactly what I said at the beginning of this reading. It's like Aries, Pisces, and you have had all these cards of clarity. So I feel like this week could just be a week of clarity, plain and simple. For most people, of course, Mercury is going to be going direct, so a lot of us could be feeling a lot better, once we get through this week, and Mercury goes direct on the 21st or on the 20th or whatever it is, and we'll be feeling probably a lot better at that time. For others, this could represent like some sort of idea or goal that you have with that Ace of Swords. Six of Pentacles just says start putting in the steps. Just start taking the first steps towards some sort of goal or something that you want to do, and you will be successful. For others, I do feel like this could be a legal matter. For some of you, again, to me, I literally said this back in January. To me, this is like one of the weirdest years for legal matters. I said in January that if you're involved in something legal, that there could be a lot of delays, or you could be being offered settlements that just do not match up with like your desires. And I cannot tell you how many questions I get every single day in the daily readings of people saying they're involved in legal matters where there have been delay after delay after delay, or they are being offered settlements, and again, they're not they're not kind of turning out to be something that they want. Again, this was not an intuitive message at the beginning of the year when I delivered that message. It was more based off the astrology and based off of what I saw for the coming year. So again, it was nothing intuitive. I just see it in the astrology, plain and simple. But it does come up in the cards, which is very interesting. So I feel like some of you could be experiencing delays in legal matters. I feel like people have a choice if you're involved in something legal. Now, this basically says, like, you could be getting settlement offers. The Ace of Swords says you need to be realistic, and you need to say to yourself, like, if it's close to the amount of money you want, or if it's enough money, if you're in some sort of, like, lawsuit situation or whatever, I would just take it. Because to me, this year, it's more about, like, just getting out of those types of situations than it is like staying in and fighting. I feel like it's just like so much easier, make your life so much easier to move on. For others of you, I feel like this is just a victory that is coming into your life. So I feel like there could be a victory here with this Ace of Swords. Next, you have the Four of Cups here and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this could be love for you, Sagittarius. You have an Earth sign. You get Earth almost every single day in your readings. It's not going to be Earth for all of you. Of course, this is just a general reading. You also have air here as well. It could just be someone who has a lot of Earth or a lot of air in their chart. I always tell people, looking at the sun sign is like the worst place you could look for love in the first place. I always say, I know so many people that are with a sun sign that is, not compatible with them, and they've been together forever very happily. So I always say sun sign, worst place to look for love. Jupiter, Venus, definitely great places to look. The moon, even to see if your moons are compatible, great place to look for love. So that's what I'd be focusing on, not the sun. So, again, these could just be aspects that someone has in their chart, earth and air. But I do feel like there could be a new relationship. Four Cups is like ignoring offers. It says you could be getting love offers, but you're ignoring them. I always get a little bit preachy here, Sagittarius, when I say that I feel like people need to date, right? And so if you're looking for love, I always get tons of readings where people come to me and they're like, I'm online dating, but, I haven't gone out with any of the matches I've been getting because I don't like any of the people. And I'm always like, well, you're getting like 200 matches and you can't find one person who you could possibly just go out with. And I'm like, you don't have to marry these people. You don't have to do any of that. I always tell people, if you're like online dating and you're not going out with people, but you're telling the universe you want love, it's like the universe is bringing you love, but you're saying no. So then the universe is like, oh, well, they don't want love. So I always tell people, just go out on dates. You don't have to marry these people. Bring a friend, make them sit in the corner if you're worried about safety or anything like that. That's what I'd say here, because again, we have to like prove to the universe that we want something sometimes, and it's like sometimes the universe doesn't bring us exactly what we want. It's like the universe is testing us, saying like, are they serious about this or not? So that's what I'd say here with these two cards. For others, I feel like this could be like other opportunities. I think that you and Virgo get this message the most, Sagittarius. What I would say is that we are probably getting the things that we want, but it just doesn't look the same. The things we want just look different than what we think. So that's very confusing. But what I would say is like, this is about like, maybe you're trying to attract certain things into your life, or maybe you're trying to get a new job, but it's like maybe jobs are being offered to you, or maybe there are jobs available, but maybe they're just like in a different industry than what you're used to. So this kind of just says like, expand your awareness maybe and look for other things that are like similar but different. So again, for example, if you're looking for a job, these would be really good cards for kind of like looking for something that maybe is similar but different to what you normally do. So I feel like some of you need to do that with these two cards, is like look for something similar but different, and that will probably lead to a new beginning with the Ace of Wands there. Next, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. Yeah, I would be careful of going back to the past with these two cards here, Sagittarius. The Three of Swords is like heartbreak or a heartbreak. The Wheel of Fortune can definitely represent an ex coming back from the past. The Wheel of Fortune is one of the only cards I consider to be an ex coming back from the past card. But again, the thing that I don't like is that it's showing up with the Three of Swords. So it's saying if an ex comes back, it will just be a repeat heartbreak. It'll just be the same situation over again. So I feel like this is saying like, don't relive something from the past. Move on to something better. A lot of people get angry at me because, I'm probably one of the few channels out there that always says, don't go back to the past. Don't go back to someone from the past. But, I want my channel to empower people. And to me, going back to someone from the past is pretty much saying, this is the best I can do. And, I feel like you can all do better. So I would say, don't go back to some bozo from the past. Are there certain circumstances where maybe you went through a breakup where it was a positive relationship and the person just had to move away or something like that? Yes. I mean, then, if it was a positive relationship and things were really positive, then I would say, yes, by all means, if that person shows back up in your life, go back to the past. But really, I think if we think about it and we look at our exes and we focus on the things that they did, the things they did wrong, I think we would have really long lists. I always say, create an X shit list. Write down all the things they did wrong. Write down all the bad traits that they had. I think if people did that and they saw that list, they'd be like, wow, this person was a bozo. So I feel like some of you need to let go of the past. For others, I feel like this is just a turnaround in your luck. The Wheel of Fortune is just more luck coming into your life. And I feel like the Three of Swords just says maybe you've been going through a period of time where you've had no luck or you've had very limited luck in your life. So I really like that for you, Sagittarius. Next, you have the Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. Love it. Definitely could be a love offer coming in for you. This would be an Earth sign, of course, or it could be somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart coming in for you here, Sagittarius. I feel like it's someone who's very hardworking, and I also feel like it's someone who's very persistent as well. So I feel like you could be attracting someone who really is very persistent and is just like a good person. I feel like they're very stable. I feel like they're a very hard worker. I like the Knight of Pentacles sometimes on love because it represents someone who wants to like put the work in to your love relationship. My problem with the Knight of Pentacles is they can usually be very like a little bit too cautious, a little bit too slow, but at the same time, I feel like this would be a good person for you. Ace of Cups, love offer. Ace of Cups is a proposal, marriage, good things coming in for you. So I definitely feel like this could be love. I also feel like this could be you working on something that leads to more happiness. Especially, you have the Ace of Wands here as well. Ace of Wands to me is like getting a job or starting a business based off of a passion or doing something that you actually enjoy in your life. So I feel like some of you, there's just like a lot of happiness and passion coming in for you here with these two cards. I also feel this could be a message. So I feel like some of you could be getting a positive message from like people in your life or from that you've been waiting for. It feels like something you've been waiting for. So if you've been waiting for a message, I feel like there's going to be communication. I would even say, like I said, I would be very careful of going back to the past, but I do feel like if you're waiting for communication or hoping for communication, I do feel like this could be communication coming in from the past here as well. It feels like an offer of peace. Again, Ace of Cups, offer of peace, could be like an apology or closure with this card. Next, you have the Hangman and the King of Wands. I feel like this could be you kind of keeping yourself stuck here or keeping yourself stuck in limbo with the Hangman. Really, what I feel like this is saying is, I feel like it's saying like sometimes, like I'm trying to think of like the best way to say this, but sometimes we try to, like something isn't working out in our lives, right? So then we like start trying a bunch of different crazy things to get something that's not working to work. But when really, sometimes we're just like in a dip. Like, I would say like sometimes this could represent being stuck in business or work. And it's like, maybe you're not seeing any progress. So then you start trying a bunch of different things, but maybe trying a bunch of stuff gets you off your path. It's like, maybe this is saying, just stay the course, keep working on what you've been working on, and you're just going to get through this little dip. So I feel like some of you are just kind of like in a dip right now in work or in finance. And I feel like you just need to keep moving forward with what you've been doing. For others, I do feel like this could be a fire sign as well coming in for some of you, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. So I feel like there could be a fire sign coming in. It could be a Pisces as well. It's kind of weird. Pisces has been showing up in your reading, Sagittarius. It's really weird as well because I've talked to a bunch of Sagittarius and every single one of them says they have never or would never date a Pisces. So, again, it might be different for you if you're watching this, but I feel like it's possible. For others, I feel like this is saying no self-sacrifice. So, I feel like that for you in Taurus, there could be a lot of opportunities to get like a raise or a promotion, but it's like maybe you have a friend at work who also wants the raise and a promotion, and you could just be like, oh, I'll let them get it, I don't need it. This says go for it. Like, don't let someone else get something that is yours, Sagittarius, because you're trying to be nice. I always tell people, it's like sometimes like the nicest people would be the first people to like step right on your head if they had to get a raise, right? Or a promotion. So, they would probably cut your throat. I feel like that's what you need to realize. Sometimes, I don't know, I think there's just too much with this whole being too nice thing, right? I'd be careful of that. Next, you have the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, let go of the past. Eight of Swords, being stuck or keeping yourself stuck in prison unnecessarily, self-imposed restriction. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to something from the past. Definitely time to let go of the past here, Sagittarius. For others, I feel like this could be just work or finance related. It's like, this could be saying there's more money available to you, but it's like you're kind of stuck in your current situation, or you're stuck maybe in your beliefs or about money, or you're stuck in your beliefs about how to make money or what kind of job you could get and all that other stuff. I feel like this is your solution right here. Yeah, Queen of Swords and the Emperor. Queen of Swords and the Emperor I feel like is your solution if you are stuck financially here, Sagittarius. The Queen of Swords to me is a card of jumping into darkness. It's a card that says you could have a lot of ideas financially, or you could have ideas to get a job in a certain area of your life or like start a business. The Emperor says follow a plan. If that is the case, just create a plan and stick to it. But also the Queen of Swords is like the card of getting a job that you're not qualified for. I always say Queen of Swords is my card of learning as you go, Sagittarius. There could be like a job available to you where you could like learn as you go. There could be a job where maybe you're not qualified, but maybe you could get training. So I feel like those types of opportunities exist for you financially. For others, this definitely could be love. Again, Queen of Swords just says open up to new love here. Yeah, Page of Swords, look at this. 8 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I feel like there could be opportunities for you, again, financially here, Aries, but it's like you have to do the research. Like I said the same thing to Virgo as well. I don't know, I think it was last week though, that I feel like there could be amazing opportunities for you in work and business specifically, but I feel like they are just, maybe these ideas have not even ever entered your mind, right? It's like you want to start a business, and it's like maybe there could be like a really good business idea out there for you. Maybe you've never thought about being on YouTube, for example, but maybe that would be a good path for you. So I feel like the Page of Swords just says follow your curiosity, follow your inspirations, and follow your kind of like desires throughout the day. It's like maybe you have a desire to hop on YouTube. Maybe there's a video on YouTube about starting a business. Maybe you watch it. And it's like I feel like saying breadcrumbs here with the Page of Swords. I feel like saying follow the breadcrumbs. I feel like one thing is going to lead to the other as far as your finances are concerned. I feel like the more open you are to that, the more there is more of an opportunity to get this 8 of Pentacles, which is material success on the horizon. So Sagittarius, I love this. This is a very good reading for you. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming up for you here, and that's all I have to say. Definitely a turnaround. By the way, Wheel of Fortune, a turnaround in your luck, a lot more luck coming in. But to me, the Sagittarius, I realize that I said Aries, Sagittarius. Trust me, I always try to tell people, I need to do another video about how I read cards, because I zone out when I'm reading the cards, and I just kind of like channel basically the messages. So, again, sometimes I say the wrong side, so I apologize. People always bust my balls for it, but whatever. So Wheel of Fortune, and you have the Ace of Wands here as well. But you also have the 8 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune plus 8 of Pentacles says you need to be prepared for luck. I always tell people luck is just like preparation. It's just being prepared for lucky opportunities. The more prepared you are for something, the more lucky you can be. I always tell people, it's like, imagine like at work, you're trying to get a raise. It's like, how do you get lucky at work? Just know more about the job. Work harder than everybody else. That increases your luck. It's like you are statistically more likely to get a raise if you're more prepared for it, right? It's like just increasing your luck. So I feel like with that 8 of Pentacles, a lot of you could be doing that in your life in general. But that's what I would say to you, Sagittarius. So thank you, Sagittarius, for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. I'm going to be doing these next week in order of most likes and most comments. Also, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I will be back in about 5 minutes to do Capricorn, maybe 10 minutes. It usually takes me 5 or 10 minutes to get it all set up, but I will be right back for that. And I'll also be back at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do the daily reading. So thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.